Mr. Chair, I yield 2 minutes to a distinguished member of the Committee on Education and Labor, the gentlelady from New York, Ms. Stefanik.
Gentleman from New York is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In my district, older Americans are staying in the workforce longer than previous generations, making significant contributions to our growing economy. Yet these later years of a worker's career are becoming increasingly unstable. Over half of the workers over the age of 50 are pushed out of long-time jobs before they are ready to retire. The consequences of age discrimination are particularly harmful because once older workers are removed from the workforce, they are more likely to remain unemployed. The economic strain that this can cause for them and their families is significant. But losing a career is bigger than just financial security. Separating adults from the dignity of work has a broader impact on the well-being of communities like my district, where I serve one of the largest constituencies of older Americans in the entire country. This bill strengthens the ADEA by reaffirming the pre-2009 standard, simply that age discrimination cannot be a motivating factor in employment decisions. I'm proud to support H.R. 1230 on behalf of the many constituents of the 21st District who have advocated for this bill for over a decade. I yield the balance of my time.
Nice.
That's unanimous consent to address the House for 1 minute.
Gentleman's recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. After a long, embarrassing month, the House will finally transmit the articles of impeachment against President Trump to the United States Senate. Yet I understand Speaker Pelosi and her managers will continue to push for witnesses in the Senate trial because, in their words, they want the facts. That claim is nonsense. House Democrats blocked the testimony of the whistleblower, DNC staffer Alexandra Chalupa, Nellie Orr with Fusion GPS, and of course, the two gentlemen pictured to my left, Devin Archer and Hunter Biden. In reality, Democrats' entire case depended upon hiding the facts. As more facts emerged last year, their case collapsed. Public support for impeachment fell as the weakness of their case was exposed. I remind my friends in the majority, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I predict House Democrats will not fare as well blocking these witnesses in the United States Senate, and I yield back.
For what purpose is it?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Our Constitution is clear that only Congress can start a war, but only the President can wage it. Congress started this war with the AUMF in 2002. It's still in effect. The founders didn't want one individual getting us into a war, but once in it, they didn't want 535 squabbling prima donnas second-guessing every decision on the battlefield. President Trump needed no other reason to order the attack that killed Soleimani in Iraq beyond the simple fact that he was acting as an enemy combatant against U.S. forces in a war zone in which the Congress had authorized the President to take military action. Now, I happen to believe the AUMF was a colossal mistake, but this resolution doesn't correct that mistake. It compounds it by deliberately undermining the position of the United States government and the armed forces that we sent to Iraq at a perilous moment, which makes it not only unconstitutional, but disgraceful. I yield back.